Hi, I'm Jodine Sher of Lifeology, your transformation coach who uses tarot and numerology to guide you through your journey of transformation. We're coming to the end of 2020 and the numerology is shifting dynamically. So I'm here to share with you what the year of 2021 will be like through the numerology. Before I begin, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe either to my YouTube channel, as every month I do an energy update talking about the energy of that whole entire month. I include some astrology within that as well, and you don't want to miss that. You can also follow me on all the social networks in order to stay in touch. And lastly, if you want to have a tarot or a numerology to understand the energy for you personally in 2021, then please be in touch. Of course, there's a special on the numerology because it's such an impactful time, and I truly believe that everyone needs it. So let's get started. We're coming out of a year that really pushed us in building our foundation and testing the faith in every aspect of our life. Because the foundation was so rattled in 2020, and it becomes a 4-year when you add the 2 and the 2 together, we're ending the year with a little bit of anxiety about what 2021 could possibly look like. It's important to know that COVID-19 is not going to go anywhere. We're not going to start a new year and the clock strikes 12 and we're going to be in a totally different world, because obviously if we would love for it to happen, but the energy definitely shifts. And what's so important about the 5-year in comparison to the 4 is that the 4 gave us the opportunity to feel all the places where our foundation has been unsettled. Money, career, relationships, plans that we could have had. On a true universal level, what the energy of the universe wanted us to do was to know that it's not so much about having plans and goals and all these things that we think are so structured, and that we have this false belief that we are in control of more aspects of our life than we truly are in. What we learned in the 4 is that the only control that we truly have is within our belief system and within our choices and our decisions in order to survive, to keep moving forward, and to be joyous. So much of the energy from this year that we're about to step out of was your opportunity to witness the way you handle uncertainty in different aspects of your life. I deeply hope that through this process you did still manage to tap into the joy, find the things that you were grateful for. And my suggestion before I step into what's happening in this 5 energy is to ask you to step out of this 4 energy and really see the opportunities where you did grow, where you shifted, where the universe showed up for you, even if it was in the smallest, simplest way. It's about the little bits of gratitude. It's about feeling the foundation that you created under your feet when the world around you was so shaky. Don't end the year in a celebration where you're posting all over social media, good riddance, goodbye, what a shocking year, I hated it. It's not the right energy to leave this year with. It is really important for you to dig deep in these last couple of weeks that we've got and find within 2020 all the gifts that you possibly can, because you're going to need those within 2021 as the energy shifts into a 5. It's really important. You want to know the foundation of your belief system in different aspects of your life in order to truly appreciate what 2021 is going to be like. The energy that we're stepping into, now we add the 2 and the 1, is going to be a 5-year. And a 5-year is vastly different to a 4-year. In that 4, it's unsettled and it's unstable, and we're testing our belief systems and we're building our foundation in all different places. But once that foundation is built and we have the 4 pillars that create a structure, the 5 energy shifts, and now we get the opportunity to play with the structure that we have created. And the key words for 5 are freedom and innovation, thinking out the box. It's all about the opportunity to change. Change is a really, really big word. And what we're going to have to do through the 5-year is have a look at all the things that happened in 2020 where we were hoping that it was going to change back. And now we know it's not going to change back. So with the world being different, no one is enjoying this word, the new normal and the new world, but energetically it is what the world has wanted to create for us, what the universe has deeply wanted to create for us, is this opportunity, because so many of the systems were not working. So what are the systems that you can now create for yourself? Where are the places that you can bring about change and do things differently so that you can create a new life for yourself from the foundation of beliefs that you picked up from the year before? It's so important to feel those different aspects. Words like difference and liberation and uniqueness are key words and key energies for this 5-year to come. This is the opportunity for you to think out the box. You're going to see it on a global level. You're going to see it in the banking systems, in the government systems, in technology is definitely going to shift. We just scraped on the iceberg in 2002 through 2020 in figuring out what it meant to dip our toes into all the places. But the true innovation kicks in this year to come, and it's going to happen universally, it's going to happen globally, but it's also, there's an opportunity for it to happen so deeply within you, for you to go, what is my true uniqueness? What do I have the ability to offer the world? Not only when it comes to money and business, but also in friendship, in joy, in relationships, in every single aspect. There is an opportunity for it to really be a fun year if we know that COVID is here to stay, masks are here to stay, social distancing is something that's still going to be a part of who we are. Those are the places where the innovation lies. Innovation in friendship. We can't get together the way that we used to. How are we going to do it differently? Within relationships, in meeting people on every single level, it's this deep embracing of change. And another thing that's so important is for you to feel that you are being progressive. We were deeply stuck in this 4 energy of 2020. There is not a lot of progression that happens in this 4 structured energy that's all about the foundation. Just think about it. You can't go and build your dream home if you haven't done the tedious work of making sure that that initial foundation is set. And now that it's set and we jump into this 5 energy, this feeling of progression is really and truly there, and we get the opportunity to build and to dream. It's a brilliant opportunity for you to do it differently. So listen to what I'm saying. What we've learned from this year that is about to pass is that we do not need to have these big goals and plans, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But we have learned so much about ourselves and our strengths and our beliefs, what we love, where we want to put our energy, that it's an opportunity for us in this new year to say, this is what I love, this is what I want to see come to life. Stop giving the universe deadlines. Stop thinking that we are so powerful in saying, I want this particular goal by this particular date. We've seen now that these forces that are around us literally laugh and go, well, you're not getting that because you don't understand your greater good. No, not one of us has the ability to dream beyond the level of self-esteem that we are currently in. And in that level of self-esteem, you are going to benchmark your ability to achieve. If you get to figure your way in 2021 in this 5 energy, to master the art of still dreaming and having incredible intentions for yourself, but not putting the fear the fear-based goals and plans into that. You will truly be stepping into the energy of what this 5 is all about. There's a beautiful vibrance in 5, and it's built around fun and joy and happiness and passion. Of course, there's always the downside to it, and there's 2 really important downsides that I want you to just hear. The one is that because we've been so unsettled in this 4 energy, this thought of change, like if anything more changes, it just feels so daunting. And many people are going to be too afraid to take any steps outside of the box, trying to do anything different. It just feels too daunting. It's so important to find the courage and find the bravery and the belief systems to know that the innovation lies within you. That the power of this year is braving the changes that need to be made, thinking out the box, doing things differently. Don't wait for life to happen around you. You've got to take the initiative and do stuff. And don't be so afraid of imagining that your life might look completely different in 12 months' time. It's really important to understand that, because what will happen is there's this energy that we have within us. It is trying to protect us. It comes from this culmination of our ego, which is built from this innocent child energy that is a bank of memories, and this victim that is a bank of memories, and we're just programmed to go back into that bank of memories and go, this is where I felt abandoned, this is where I felt afraid, this is where I was victimized, and I'm going to protect myself as much as possible. And the energy that steps in to protect you is this saboteur energy that just wants to sabotage any brave choices that you make and keep things small and safe for you. So just watch that. It's very important to watch it. The second thing that's so important to watch is there is always a sense of freedom when it comes to the number 5. There is this desperation to break out of the box and do things differently. And the art of this is figuring out how to do this while still keeping yourself sane, still keeping yourself safe, keeping everyone else around you safe. There is a potential for rebellion in this year, and there is a potential for recklessness as well. And I'm saying that because we are going to get a taste of that at the beginning of the year. Across the world, we are going to feel that everyone who is saying, this isn't going to last long, this doesn't impact me, this doesn't affect me, and who wants to step out of the world and be rebellious and not think about their neighbor and not have a universal, collective, unconditional love and care for the next person, we are going to get knocked around. And the people who are deeply connected to what this feels like, and I know you are listening to me, where you understand that you can't step into that space, you need to follow the rules are there for a reason. It just becomes collateral damage that we get impacted from this along the way, because there is this group collective who completely outweighs the consciousness at the moment of people who are energetically stepping into this understanding of needing to be this collective in order to rise out of this chaos that we're in. We've got to do it collectively, and this 5 universal energy is really going to show the impact of what happens when we as a collective are rebellious and when we don't listen and we don't follow the rules. Something else that's really important to share is that in this whole energy of innovation, it is also the opportunity to keep your eye out for how the world starts to change and how you can change and do something different. Get yourself off the grid in certain ways. Start becoming a part of collective mindsets where you create your own types of innovation. It's definitely going to come about in money and in career and all those places. Beautiful thinking out the box, beautiful tapping into different ways in which to make money and create money. And you're going to see that it doesn't always have to be this exchange of currency to currency. It's going to go back to different levels of energy exchange and the ways in which we can move the gift of giving across so that it's not always so based on currency. It's going to be interesting to watch. And the more you brave tapping into that innovation of doing things differently, collaboration is also going to be so important in you taking your gifts and your passion and the way that you can think out the box and connecting it to someone else and putting things together. And you're going to see communities forming all over the place, and those small communities that form, there's going to be a sense of freedom in all those small communities that form, and it's going to be in different levels and in different places of your life. The innovation is then going to come, and then you just have to brave that. A 5-year truly shows up and gives you the gifts that you need, but the majority of those gifts are calling for you to brave the changes, brave stepping out of the box, truly testing the belief systems that you had in this year that passed. I believe that there is so much potential. There is incredible excitement that lies ahead of us. And we have the opportunity to embrace it as long as we brave it at the same time. Now what I'm going to do is give you a quick snippet of what each of the numerology life path numbers are going to feel like in a 5-year. If you don't know your life path number, it's really simple to do. Take your day of that you were born, your month and your year, and add them all up together. It's important to add it up. If you are, for example, the 24th, add 2 and 4 so that you get 6. And then take the month. So if you are the 12th, you're going to take the 2 and the 1 and you're going to make a 3. Then add that year together, and then add those 3 numbers together. It's important to do it that way because you might end up being an 11, a 22, or a 33, and we don't want to narrow that down. Those are called master numbers. So let's dive in and start with your life path number 1. Ones you're going to love this year. The innovation and the freedom that you're going to enjoy within the number of 5 directly links with the personality that you have. You're going to feel it. You're going to be brave and confident and have new ideas that pop up. You're going to be great in the leadership space, innovating people to do things. The only real warning that you really need to have is that it's not all about the go, go, go. It can be a very frenetic energy. It can also be an energy where it's all about the parties and socializing and really and truly being the center of that party and of that energy. It's important for you to know that you need to rest. You need to have routine. You need to have balance. Make sure that you are working as hard as you are playing, but you are also finding that time to nourish yourself, take care of yourself, and most importantly, the one can forget that there are other people around them. Don't forget the special people around you. This is not a solo journey around the sun. Life path 2, you might not love this energy as much as some of the other numbers because you prefer to energetically take it slow, and it's going to be really, really fast paced for you. But it is the opportunity for you to brave stepping away from some of the codependence and thinking out of the box for yourself, starting to trust that intuition and guide yourself through the energy of the 5 because of the opportunity to make those choices yourself and really tap into the braveness of who you are. It's important that within this year, it's not about nurturing and taking care of everybody else. It's deeply important for you to find your own self-care and your own time for yourself. It's your time to shine within this year. The best way to handle this frenetic energy that you're going to struggle with is to do things that are joyous but have movement. Martial arts, dancing, running, any of that kind of stuff will keep you aligned to the 5 but still connected to the gentle, calm energy that you are as a 2. 3s, your creativity and your style of communication is beautifully aligned with the energy of the 5. The innovation that you have, the passion that you have is really going to allow you to create magical things and to be social in these ways where other people might not figure out how to be as social as you. It is a brilliant year for you to tap deeply into the gifts that you have, because you have beautiful gifts, and see the ways that you can express them into the world. The problem can be that because you're so social and you felt so stuck in this previous year, you're going to lose focus on the things that are really important and the things that count. So make sure that you keep that energy directed. Don't be scattered. It's very possible to be scattered, to have too many things going on at one time, and to not really tap into the things that you can master and the gifts that you can give the world. Keep that focus going, and you can use that creativity to really express yourself beautifully through the year. 4, your structure and your planning that you love so much really disrupted who you naturally are last year. But then you got into another rhythm and created your next structures, and those all worked for you. And then the energy of a 5 comes in, one that doesn't play within the lines and doesn't play within the rules. And because of that, this can potentially be a frustrating year for you when you are trying to put structure back into place. And the universe keeps on wanting to remind you that there must be innovation in what you do. In order to truly make the most of the year as a 4, don't think that everything needs to change. You have the opportunity to take the old and merge it with the new. You have the opportunity to restructure, reframe. That's the best thing that you can possibly do with your energy. Try not to be too much of a stick in the mud when the world around you just wants to figure out different ways to have fun, and you're so structured on doing a whole lot of building and recreating because that's the safe space that you find yourself in. Try and find and appreciate the lightness of the year, and combining that with the gift of doing things differently but not disrupting your whole world will help you to set a new pace and adapt to the way that the world is shifting and changing, starting with this energy of 2021. 5, this is an energy that you're used to. You like playing in the space and you know it well, but it doesn't mean that because you are adapted to this energy, you don't fall into the place of also needing to change, to reinvent yourself, to think out the box. And this, because of this, it might be a year where you think you can just cruise and play and then drag everyone along in the fun time that you're having. But the universe will definitely pop in all those different places and remind you, hey, there are depths to your character, there are depths to who you are, and you need to explore them. Who you are is not enough. Do not settle into this year. It's also very important to understand that the energy might not shift the way that you want to and the way that you used to. And you are the one who can be the rebel and take people down the wrong path. Your intention might be within you, it might feel like it's good, but you really need to listen to the universal collective of needing to come together as this unconditionally loving and nurturing collaboration. In order for us to see the change in the world that we want to see and truly step into this new world energy, it's important to understand that we have to do it together as a unity, and that rebellious energy could be the things that might take some people down the right path. You are fun, you are the life of the party, you adapt so well to this energy, but don't do this without a deep level of consciousness. 6, this could feel like a very different year for you than any of the other numbers, because everyone else is looking outward into the world and you need to deeply look inwards in this time. The innovation and the freedom is something that's deeply personal. It's where you need to look at all those people who rely on you, family, friends, colleagues, all these places where people turn to you and have done so for so long. And you need to figure ways to build new relationships. This innovation that is coming about needs to be in the places that is closest to your heart. It's deeply about reframing every type of relationship that you have so that people see you and really learn what it means to take care of you and respect you, and build relationships where you are the center. I know that as a 6, you love to nurture other people and make sure that everyone is happy, feels at home, is comfortable. A lot of people rely on you. You coach people, you mentor people. They can really process everything that they have through you. It's your year to stop and ask yourself, who is the person that I lean into? Who are the people who have my back? Where are the places where I can find my comfort and my soft place to land? It's really important to find that balance. You will always be the giver and the nurturer in so many ways, but it is the year to learn to give and receive. It's going to be very relationship based. It is also from a career opportunity. You are the one who can help people figure out the bridge from the old into the new, because of the way that you see the world with such compassion and the ability to truly help people with this transition. But you need to step into that transition first. Make sure that you create your relationship with yourself that you want to see and feel, and that's the only way that you will be able to show people the way to treat you, love you, nurture you, and take care of you for all the years to come. 7, if I could be a fly on the wall to witness someone going through this 5 energy, it would be you. Because you're so used to feeling like you're the weirdo and not thinking like the rest of the world. You've done so much research in so many different places. Your mind usually goes to this deep search into knowledge, or if you really trust your intuition, you've gone there. You can be someone who just has this wealth of knowledge that sits within your head. Or you have all these theories and ways that you would do things differently. But the problem is, you're the opposite to the 5 energy. You don't like to put yourself out there. And this 5 energy is calling for that. So I want to tell you that in this year where it's all about innovation and thinking out the box, if you keep quiet, you might miss the opportunities where you could gift people with all the years of thinking or all the years of being in your head for so long. If you find the bravery and the courage to do the one thing that you really don't like to do, which is take all of your ideas and your voice and your message and put it out into the world, you could really miss out on an opportunity to fully use the energy of this 5. The 5 is the gift for you to stop processing everything up here and to say it. Find groups of like-minded people. Someone within that will have the courage to nudge you out a little bit. Don't be so isolated. That could really be a frustrating energy because the universe is not going to let you get away with it in this time. It's very important always for a 7 to understand that you cannot just go into the science and the theory and the practicality of something. You need to have this curious mystery of life all the time. Whatever spirituality means to you, it's deeply important for you to continue to ask yourself and the universe these deep questions. What's beautiful about the 5 energy is that this is the year for you to truly explore deep and mysterious things, and the opportunity to dig really deep into what life means or what life means to you will bring answers to you that you don't have the opportunity to get in any other year. So enjoy it, and then please share with us the mysteries that you learn and gift it to the world. 8 of all the numbers that are on fire this year, it's you. And it's because this energy of thinking out the box and of putting yourself out there into the world, because you know that you are influential and because you know that you make impact in some of the previous years, it just hasn't been energetically right for you to step out. Now with the energy of the 5, it is welcoming your opportunity to deeply embrace who you are. Know your influence, know your impact, know your ability to think out the box, and know your ability to easily attract the things to you that you want. A lot of times the struggle that the 8 has is looking externally and seeing that other numbers have struggles and wondering, this next time maybe it's not going to happen so easily because how come other numbers have struggles or other people have struggles and I don't have those struggles? It's it's this level that the 8 deeply needs to understand. Things come naturally, easily to you. And in this 5 year, you could be on fire. And the reason why things can be so fiery is because if you take your ideas, take your passion, you are the number that can make money in 5 or 7 different ways. You are the number who can really grasp onto something and put that energy behind it to push it into the world. But it only happens if you know that you do have the ability to impact. That means that you need to step out into the world. The world needs to see you. We might be in lockdown for times during next year. We might not be able to travel, but it's not that kind of stepping out. You know what that means. And for every 8, it's a different type of stepping out into the world. The big thing that you need to be wary of is that you have so many incredible ideas. Don't light a fire under every single one of them and then some of them burn out. Be really specific on the different places where you want to take your energy and hone it in. And it is going to be in more than one place. Also, try not to freak a whole lot of people out around you when you are filled with all of these ideas. Just make sure you have the right people around you who support you in bringing those ideas to life, because your real work is to show up for the world to see you, see your strength, your power, your confidence, and your influence, and make the impact that you have been trying to make for so many years in the past. This is your time. Revel in the 5 energy and use it. Show up every single day. 9, this is an interesting year for you because you are so good at showing up and being compassionate for all those people around you that it's truly your time to figure out how to be compassionate to yourself. It's a year where it is filled with self-care, and your question consistently needs to be, how am I showing up for me? You naturally know that you have a gift for the world, and this is your year to truly discover that the gift that you need to give comes from the healing that you do for yourself. Of all the numbers, it's most important for you to know that the innovation and the freedom that you are looking for is the freedom from the past. And the innovation sits in the way that you have figured out how to release that past, that then becomes the gift that you get to offer the world. In that, it's whatever career or whatever way that you have the impact. Some of you might do it as an actual career, and others might do it in their personal capacity and help and guide so many other people through this transition of what the new world looks like. It's really important, however, for you to know that you can only help those who want to be helped. This could be the tough part of the year in trying to figure out intuitively with this caring energy that you have, that some people need to go through absolute chaos in order to figure out their messages on the other side. Trying to help too many people, trying to step in where things are falling apart could be the energy that you don't want to have, and that could be where you feel the hurt and the wounds and don't have the ability to let go of the past. So it's a deeply personal year. It is the year for you to make incredible impact in people's lives. You are not off the path if you find joy and happiness in truly seeing people grow, shift, and find their consciousness. And what's really important is that if you brave stepping out of the circles that you're in and connect to other circles that might not be like-minded, but that are passionate about making impact in the world, that is the best way for you to spread the word and to network and to make impact on a real great scale. 11, this is your year to truly open yourself up energetically and explore the array of spiritual and intuitive connections that you have with the world around you and with the universe. It's a beautiful time to find teachers and healers and find courses that could interest you. Delve into a whole lot of different places that give you more ways to understand yourself spiritually and then to guide others to connect with themselves spiritually. In that, there's still a lot of work to be done. And this is a place where you might not feel that you're having enough fun and the world around you is having fun. But it's more important for you to take this thinking out the box and the freedom that you could possibly have, and knowing that in the development of yourself, the freedom will come down the line. It's also a great year with all the chaos that's happening within the world to dig into what it means for you to be that humanitarian. Where are the places where you can give back to the world because it's something that's really important to you? And that's the place where you can think out of the box. Take the opportunity in the energy of this year to feel that service above self. And then the energy that you're giving back to yourself is this development of who you are in the wisdom, in the knowledge, and in deeply connecting with the universe. There is a warning that life doesn't always go in the flow that you think that it is going to go. And when these things happen, don't slack off. Don't think I'm doing all these things, but it's not going in the way that it should be going. Don't let that frustration hold you back from continuing to work on yourself and trust in the way that the universe is guiding you. 22. This could be a really big year for you because of the energy of being the master builder and knowing that you've done so many years of work, and it's the opportunity where you really feel like you could step out the box and offer these passions into the world. It's a great opportunity for you to think as big as you possibly can and know that you have the energy and the tenacity to create the things that you want to. It's very important in this year, in the opportunity that it's a 5, to look outside of yourself and find those people who can help you bring the things that you want into reality. Remember that as a 22, you are the one with the creative ideas, you are the big thinker, but you do not necessarily have to get caught in all the detail. Try not to be too serious through this year and be so focused on soul searching or making some kind of impact or change in the year that you miss that there are places where it's just about having fun, relaxing, enjoying the world around you and the people around you. If you find that beautiful balance, you will come out at the end of the year feeling the impact that you truly have made, but also reflecting on the joyous, fun energy that you managed to enjoy through the months. Life Path 33, because you are such a rare number in the world, you also hold a rare responsibility and message that you can give. You are the one who sees the bigger picture. You are the one who sees deeper into all the layers of what's happening and why it is happening. It's so important for you to be the messenger out in the world, even if it's your own world that you are touching. But it's so important because you hold the key. You understand the reasons why. You get the layers that are happening within this lifetime, and especially the year that has passed. And you can also guide people into the way that they should energetically be acting and behaving and what they're doing in this lifetime and in this year. Soul searching is a really important part for you in this 5 energy. This place of thinking out the box really needs to be your contribution to the rest of the world. You are the one who can see why things are happening. And with that gift, you can gift people with an understanding that they will not have the ability to get to themselves. It's just really important to remind yourself that there's a deeply human element in this energy of 5. The importance to celebrate life and to enjoy what it means to just be human. So take that time to deeply do that in order to feel balanced through the year. If you've stayed to the end of the video, I am deeply grateful. Please remember to follow me across all the social networks and reach out to me if you would like to dig into the deeper layers of your personal numerology for the year of 2021. We look at your character, we look at your personal year, which is taking the day and the month and adding it to 2021. And I guide you through what it means to truly tap into the energy of the numbers and make the most of the year that you possibly can. Continue to remind yourself that change is necessary and you are brave enough to do it. And just watch those places where you could potentially sabotage. I look forward to connecting with you and guiding you through this year that is truly filled with so much opportunity. Take care.